Policing has been under the microscope, especially after the officer-involved killings of George Floyd and Daunte Wright. Now, a new extensive study is released that impacts the city of Brooklyn Park. Last fall, Brooklyn Park hired St. Paul-based Wilder Research to evaluate policing, community safety, and violence prevention. The research group released its report to Brooklyn Park city leaders Monday night. As reporter Sonia Goen shows us, this comes at a time when gun violence in the city is at an all-time high.
Brooklyn Park is one of the most diverse cities in the state. After the George Floyd incident, city officials decided to review police policies and procedures to better improve community relations.
This has been a project where there's been robust engagement and enthusiasm.
Wilder researchers unveiled their findings during Monday's city council meeting. They've been collecting data since December. The nonprofit interviewed 50 people who live or work in the community for the study.
So the purpose of the study was to understand root causes of violence in Brooklyn Park. We also were charged with developing recommendations for improving community safety.
The report produced 3 changes the city could make to improve public safety. The first includes focusing on prevention. The city's outreach youth team is already working towards that goal. The group known as the Blue Shirt Crew is often used to de-escalate situations.
Just trying to preemptively build relationships and engage with them in spaces that are welcoming and comfortable for them.
The second recommendation calls for improving early intervention and mental health programs. The third change focuses on policies to improve the police department. Wilder suggests putting limitations on warrantless searches, emphasizing more de-escalation tactics, and being more proactive in having officers identify themselves when arriving on the scene.
Handing off a card, giving their name and their badge number is associated with treating people with greater respect.
Most of the city council had a favorable response to the study. However, council member Terry Parks raised some concerns about the report and doesn't think the department should, quote, be micromanaged.
I have a real concern of non-police telling police officers what their job is. A real concern about that.
We reached out to Brooklyn Park Police to get reaction, and they told us they're still looking over the data. Meanwhile, the City Council will further look into the findings during an upcoming work session. In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.